All right, just about ready for baseball. Chandler Simpson up now for the Mets. And we're underway here in the home opener.
7 o'clock.
Here, what? Ball.
Right through there for a strike. And that skips into dirt. In the air, left field. Rooker gets under it, and there's one away. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs.
Hey!
For Lindor, being drafted out of Montverde Academy, he's a guy that's turned into one of the best all-around players in the game.
No, that missed. That's a ball.
Lindor swings through that one.
It's really trying to stay in on the hands, not let them get extended, because that's where the potential for damage exists.
And that one is in the dirt. 2-2. On the ground, right side. Walker steps on the bag. Quick start here this evening. 2 out, top of the first. 2 outs, base is empty. Juan Soto up now for the Mets. Oh, great stop. Throw goes to second, and he gets to first safely as a result. So I think I'll just sit here quietly in disbelief. Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit. Popped up, and it's just foul. On the ground, out to short. Lopez on to first.
Get out of there.
And Bichette is retired, and that's the 3rd out. We go to the bottom of the first, and taking the ball for the Mets, Jonah Tong. What do you got on him, Chris? Digging in, Otto Lopez.
Hurt.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. No balls, 2 strikes. And that's ruled a swing. It's a strikeout. Next up for the A's, Brent Rooker. That misses.
Ball, that's low.
Ball 1. And another ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
Next offering is downstairs. And he walked him on 4 pitches.
Take your base.
Here's Pete Alonso. That one misses. That's 5 straight. Can't find it here. That's 6 straight balls.
In today's game, not that many fastball counts, but hitters still in the back of their minds, they're looking for one. 2-0 changeup call right there. Excellent pitch selection to go with.
Comes a 2-2. And down on strikes. 2 down. And Eugenio Suarez up to hit now.
Did he go?
Suarez tries to hold up, appeal to first, and he went around. That's ruled a swing. The 0-2.
That missed. That's a ball.
Rooker leads off first with 2 down to the inning.
That's a ball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the
Ball,
pitch. Just
outside.
shot it through the infield.
Shea Langoliers up to bat next. Lays off for a ball.
Heck,
Fastball for a strike. In for a strike, and now just 1 pitch away from surviving the inning. That's a base hit. He boots it. Run scores easily, and it's 1-0. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Christian Walker up next for the A's. Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
That one is absolutely belted. That skips over the fence, so it's an automatic double. As they jump ahead, a run scores. So 2 on with 2 away. Here's the second baseman, Zach Geloff. Next offering is fouled back.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Hard hit, right side. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. We move ahead to the top of the second now. The batter now, Jorge Polanco.
Ball.
And that one hammered. That's back there. Gone! That ball was crushed. Now it's Marcus Semien. Walker takes it to the bag. 1 pitch and 1 out. So up next for New York, Brett Beatty. And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back.
No, that missed. Ball.
1 out, base is empty, and a run in here at the top of the second. Up the middle, that's a hit. And the tying run is on base.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Now it's going to be Francisco Alvarez. Here's Geloff for 1 to Walker, and that's 2. Bottom of the second. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. Swing and a ground ball. 1 pitch and 1 out. Next up for the A's, Brandon Lockridge. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. And a curve misses outside.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Fought off foul. Got him swinging. Back to the top of the lineup, Otto Lopez now at the plate. That's to third, and that chance handled. Gets him easily, ends the inning. All set for the start of the inning. Here's Luis Robert. Foul ball there. Here's a swing and a line drive and a base hit into right field. So a man on base to start the inning.
Still able to come through behind in the count right there. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
One away. Here's Francisco Lindor. Grounded out his first time up.
Ball.
Lindor playing up the middle at short, batting second in today's lineup, and his on-base percentage this season is over 400. That's out to center field. Makes the grab on the run. And there are 2 outs.
Wow, he looked like he was running before the ball was hit. Didn't have much time, as that was a hard hit liner, but a nice job of covering a lot of ground in a short amount of time.
Soto stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Robert off of first with 2 away. Right through there for a strike. Robert on the go. Gets a piece and stays alive. Runner goes again. He goes down looking. As we go to the last of the third. Stepping in the long ball threat, Brent Rooker. Just
no, that's
missed.
outside. Ball.
He's
no, that missed. That's
missing
a ball.
with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike. But so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
Breaking ball through there for a strike. Line drive. And that's a base hit. Around first, digging for 2. And he's going to get to second with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And that's 4 strikeouts. Suarez
no, that's
in the
out.
box, lays off for ball 1.
I think really just trying to be careful, man, in scoring position there. See if he can somehow navigate through this lineup, get a more favorable matchup, perhaps get him to roll over on a changeup.
Ball.
Get a ball on the ground, get a double play, get out of this.
Sizzling on its way to the outfield. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's an RBI single, and they lead by 2.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. Man at first, 1 away. Struck him out looking with the off-speed stuff. And now it's Christian Walker.
When you're struggling out there on the mound, hitters know that there'll be plenty of opportunities within the at-bat to try to get something to hit hard.
Sliced hard but foul. And that's a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a two-out double, second and third now.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
Ball.
And he can't come up with it. The flip, play made, that ends the inning. On to the fourth, and now the Mets DH, Bichette. That one fouled off.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That one gets down for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single. And here's the first baseman, Jorge Polanco. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat.
All right.
Out towards right center field. Smith coming on. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 out man at first. Here is Marcus Semien. 0 for 1 so far.
Ball. That's outside.
And a swing and a miss there. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Bichette, the base runner at first with 1 out.
What you got?
Started after it, tried to hold up. Now a look to first, and Kenny Jansen punches him out. That's a strikeout. So digging in, Brett Beatty. On the ground to third. Suarez throw to first in time. That is the inning. Bottom 4, and now the right fielder, Cam Smith. Ouch, that one drilled him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right. So, man aboard. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Lockridge. Out to short. Flips it behind his back. There's one.
He beat it. He beat it.
Not in time. Great effort there. So the batting order turns over. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's,
That's down. That's the ball.
Lopez. The 1-0. Runner on the go. Pitch in for a strike. Man, throw bounces, and he's in there safely with the stolen base. Right side, hard hit. Here's the tag, and he's out.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Rooker in the box now. Take strike 1.
Well, I know they've gotten out to an early lead, but you don't want to take these opportunities for granted. With 2 outs, still lock in with a quality at bat. Drive in that run. You may not have another runner in scoring position the rest of this ball game.
On the ground to third. Tosses to first. That ends the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. Tap foul at the plate.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding ways to put their bat on the ball.
Check swing called strike. That is strike 2. Fights it off. He'll see another. swings and misses. It's a strikeout. Luis Robert now. Single to right in his first trip. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
That's back-to-back singles for him. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
That's
Simpson
in, ball.
up to hit for the third time as he lays off inside, ball one.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Robert stands at first with one out. The 2-2 gets a check swing. Now an appeal to third. Did not go. Robert on the go. Foul ball, and it remains a full count. Runner on the go again. And ball
Inside,
four there.
ball
Tying
four.
run
Take
is
your
on base. And in this big spot, here comes Francisco Lindor. Now there's a bullet down the line. Can't reach it. This should score at least one. One runs in, and the stop sign goes up at third on the potential tying run.
First pitch swing in, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. That was a pretty good pitch. Breaking ball down and in, but when it's breaking in towards you, you have a lot of time to see it and just try to get on plane with it. He hit that one pretty well.
2 on, 1 out. Fouls away the first offering.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just
nice grab.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Bichette in the box as he fouls off the first pitch.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
2 on, 2 outs. And that one fouled off. A's leading by a run, and we're in the top of the 5th.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Stays alive. Here's a 2-2. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. One runs in. Fires it to the plate. Safe. In comes the run from second. It's 4-3. So 2 down, and up next for New York, Jorge Polanco. He's already homered here in this one. On the mound now, Michael Kelly.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here. That's a ball. That's inside.
Fastball in the inside corner for a strike.
Did he go?
Checks his swing. Appeal down to third. Didn't go. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Now the A's designated hitter, Pete Alonso. The Mets with a new arm on the mound, Oscar Brazoban.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of him.
Yeah.
Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Ground ball up the middle. Simeon toss over to first, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth. Eugenio Suarez up to the plate now.
Yeah.
And that's downstairs.
Ball.
And that's ball one.
That's a ball down.
Knee high, that's in for a strike.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
Chop to third. Beatty tosses to first. Home man for the fifth inning, moving along. 2 quick outs. Shea Langoliers, the next to hit. That misses the zone.
Low.
Ball one.
Hee-haw! That's a ball.
Just
Ball.
off the inside edge. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. And ball 4 there. Tying run is on base.
You know, I think he's okay with that outcome. It wasn't an intentional walk, but he wasn't exactly trying to attack the zone either.
Walker in the box again. Takes a strike. That clips a corner. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Langoliers off of first with 2 away. The changeup missing. And that's ball one.
That's inside. That's a ball.
I don't know how you take that. He's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well right now.
Just misses with that one.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
On the ground to short, and it's through for a hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Up next for the A's.
Zach Geloff up next for the A's.
Hurt.
Comes up empty.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out.
And that is the inning. All set for the top of the 6th. Now it's the second baseman, Marcus Simeon. And that is out of play. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Kelly, 33 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2011. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And next for New York, Brett Beatty, 1 for 2. And there's the strike. Lifted in the air, right center field. Smith coming on. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 away. Here's the catcher, Francisco Alvarez.
Just not able to catch up to that velocity.
And a big swing and a miss.
Ball.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Bottom of the 6th inning. Now it's the right fielder, Cam Smith. Brian Hudson gets the call from the pen.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
Check swing. Now we'll look down to first. No, he held up. The 1-1.
No, that missed. That's the ball.
Just
no,
missed.
That's out.
Right through there for a strike. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout. Brandon Lockridge up next for the A's. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Yeah, that's fouled off. The Athletics down by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time.
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. See you later. And we are starting over. Now it's the shortstop, Otto Lopez.
Yeah.
And that's in there at the knees for a strike. That one finds the zone. That's strike 2.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here.
What you got?
He can go away. He can add velocity. He can subtract.
Tied at 4. Outside low. It's 2-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And misses inside. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. And a payoff pitch. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. That one back there. And it's off the wall. And he's into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
That's the ball.
The next to hit takes low for a ball.
Good pitch to hit on a tee up in the zone. I think he was looking for something else right there. When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Simpson has a beat on it. Takes it in for the out. Go-ahead run on base. And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. 0 for 3 in this one.
I think he was sitting off speed there. As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Man at second. Swings and misses. Struck him. We go to the top of the 7th. So here's Robert now.
Robert Jr.
And a foul ball. Runs it up to 96 to record the punch out. So up next, Chandler Simpson. This guy can absolutely fly. I think one of the faster players in baseball. Check swing, went around. That's strike 1. And that one lifted in the air center field. 2 away down. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor.
Well, a mistake right here could untie this ball game. If you're the pitcher out there, you just want to be a little more cautious.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That one's spoiled, and the count now 2-1. Inside, just missed. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. Set for the last half of the 7th. Here's the third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. So Minter will take over.
Number 33, A.J. Minter.
You know, these athletics, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet, so
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Out of here. And this place is rocking. Here's the catcher, Shea Langoliers. That's in there. It's 0-1. Oh, look at the stop. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out. So digging in, Christian Walker. 3 for 3's doubled twice and single. That one misses. Ball 1. 1 out, base is empty, and a run in. Here at the bottom of the 7th. That clips the corner. And they'll do it again. 2-2. What a stop. Throw to first, and that's a great play for the out. 2 down, base is empty. Next up for the A's, Zach Geloff. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Looks like a pinch hitter for the A's. Andy Ibanez. Check swing, and he went 0-2 now. Out towards right center field. He's there. He's got it. And the inning is over. We're at the top of the 8th. Here's the left fielder, number 22. Hogan Harris into the game.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Popped up. Lopez under it. And there's 1 down. Bo Bichette up to the dish. Known for his late inning heroics. And fouled off. Looking to get the tying run on base. Strike 2. Swing and a miss. Had him out front for the strikeout. Next to hit, Jorge Polanco. He's already homered in this game. This one popped up. Walker under it. Brings it in for the 3rd out. Ready for the bottom of the 8th. Leading off, number 11. And there's a foul ball. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. Caught him looking for the K.
Up next for the A's.
Brandon Lockridge will hit next. Maybe expecting a bunt here. Third baseman playing in on the edge of the grass. Fires over to first. And there are 2 outs. So back to the top of the order. Now here is Otto Lopez. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's just foul. 2 down, nobody on. Line drive, base hit.
Fastball off the plate a little bit, but a really nice job of going with it. Punched it to the opposite field for that knock.
Now a chance for Brent Rooker. The 1-0. Oh, great stop. To first. And they get the out. All set to start the 9th in this one. Here's the second baseman, number 10. One. Late on that fastball.
A little anxious, a little aggressive early in the count. Too much for me.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a strikeout. First out here in the 9th. Mets going with a pinch hitter. Ronnie Mauricio looking to start something with 1 gone. Check swing, but he went too far. Strike 1. Ground ball right side. Walker takes it himself. Only 1 out remaining for the Mets. So up next for New York, Francisco Alvarez. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out.
Oh, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. I talked about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
They're down to their final strike. Barlow, 33 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Got him, and that's the ball game.
Nice work out of the bullpen for that first MLB win, Boog. They turned to him when they didn't have the lead. He kept things steady, and he's rewarded with the W.
Close one here today, and your final 5-4. They hang on to win it by a run. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.